everyone, it's Erin. So welcome to February's Alchemy Scope. Already, the month of January flew by for me. I don't know how it was for you. I am wondering though, I wish we could engage because I am very curious how you are doing now. This particular month for me was quite intense on a variety of different levels. And if you are sensitive, and even if you're not sensitive, I would say everyone is feeling some sort of response to this time frame. I've spoken to several clients that are feeling increased pressure, that they're feeling obligated to follow their particular soul's story. And there's other things too. Lots of people are feeling stuck and kind of knowing that action is required, but they're not clear about what the action is. So there is this real time right now of kind of marination and having to turn inward, having to go inward. And for many people, for some of us, it's okay to do that. Like, we're used to doing that. We actually like doing that. It's a self-investigation process. But for several people, it's highly uncomfortable. They hate going within. And so there's this rejection about that. And so a lot of people are distracting themselves more and more. In fact, I will say just today, it was actually interesting because I was going to film this intro today. And I experienced two people within an hour of one another that replicated the exact same qualities to me. And it was quite stunning. They were walking zombies, completely not tuned in, not connected. And it was either a severe numbness that was going on, that they had so much going on, either emotionally or in their life, in their mind, that they couldn't connect, or it's like they were just blank, void. And I have to say, more and more people, I'm coming upon more and more and more people like that. So if you're watching this video and you tend to want to distract yourself because you don't want to feel, you don't want to go inside, this time frame is about, we're obligated to grow ourselves. We're obligated to go within. We're obligated to actually feel what's going on and evolve it. So that's why this channel was started, by the way. And the Alchemy Scopes are going to be just one component of this channel, I will say. There's other projects that are in the works. That's why this video is a little bit late. So, so let's look at why. Why are a lot of us feeling pressure, or maybe there's a lot of stuff coming from the past, like you might have been flooded with maybe even strange, like memories you haven't thought of in forever that are coming forward this month. There's reasons for this. On the macrocosmic scale, there's a lot going on. We have Pluto. This was about mid-January that it was exact, but Pluto is squaring the moon's nodes, the south node and the north node of the moon. So what does this mean? Well, Pluto is, the planet of transformation, deep transformation, like serious, deep, cut to the chase transformation. And the moon's nodes are about habituated habits, patterns of being. The north node is about where we need to go, where we're being urged to go, where we're obligated to go. And so right now, the south node, and so the other aspect is that Uranus was exactly conjunct the south node on the 20th of January. So not only do we have this Pluto square the nodes, but we have the Uranus-Pluto square activated alongside Uranus exactly conjuncting that south node. So what does that mean? That is exceeding pressure to change habituated habits of self. Thinking, feeling, being in the world, It's big. It's really big stuff. Now, on top of that, we have the fourth consecutive, in fact, on the 20th. So when Uranus was conjunct the south node, we had our fourth consecutive 0-degree new moon. When I was recording the previous Alchemy Scopes, I didn't have my 2015 ephemeris yet. And I was stunned when I saw that the first new moon of 2015 was this 0-degree Aquarius new moon. Here we are in the age of Aquarius, and this is an Aquarius new moon, 4th of 4 consecutive new moons. The next new moon will be at a 29 degree, so a critical point. Also, by the way, in Aquarius, so we'll have 2 new moons in Aquarius, one at the 0-degree point, one at the 29 critical degree point. Very, very, very potent time, you guys. Very big. So if you're feeling stressed, impatient, angry, maybe you're raging about things, depressed, sad, there might have been grieving that's been coming up for you, deep sadness about what's next, what's coming, what do I even want? You know, that's kind of the big thing for a lot of people is, I don't even know what I want. I know I want something different, but I don't know what I want. So there's a lot of pressure with that. And a lot of people too are feeling the pressure to live in alignment with their core self. This is just the time. And I will tell you, this spring is going to be potent. So this first quarter of 2015 is hot, it's potent, it's rich. You want to drink it in. You have no choice, really. I mean, we are here to drink it in. But the more you push it away, deny it, avoid it, don't want to feel, distract, it's going to come at you no matter what. So either you accept it and you go with that flow, you either work with nature's principles and you work with least effort, or you resist it and something breaks, something collapses in your life, something suddenly falls apart that maybe you weren't willing to look at. Maybe it was right in front of your face that it was about ready to fall apart, but maybe not. So anyway, so there's reasons for this potentiated time frame that we're walking through right now, this chapter of this human story that we're walking. It is very, very big. And it's very rare. We're not gonna, this is unique. This is unique. I mean, certainly none of us are ever going to experience anything like this in our lifetimes, and probably it won't ever exist exactly like this. This is a cycle in a big macrocycle. So this is highly unique, this period of time that we're walking. So that's what's going on. So I hope that you're able to embrace this rich, challenging, obligating, unrelenting time frame, and know that you are here to get clarity, to get still, to get quiet, to create space for yourself, to be willing and brave to go within, to really face, in fact, invite the wounds and all the stuff to come up and come forward, and allow that process. Because by allowing the process, by allowing what's already happening to happen, then the magic happens. Then you'll start to, your eyes will start to open wider. You'll start to see more broadly. You'll begin to see the synchronicities that are taking place to support your transmutation from your old self to your new self. Because that's what this time frame is. It's about transmuting from the old, from the lead to the new, to the gold. This is about your evolution. Okay? So let's talk about the macrocycle for this particular cycle, which is this 0-degree Aquarius new moon. The symbol, the Sabian symbol that's imbued with this new moon is an old adobe mission in California. Now, this one was a hard one for me to really feel, to really get a real sense of the deeper meaning of this particular Sabian symbol. Dane Brudier talks about it in a way when he goes into an explication of this particular symbol. It doesn't resonate for me. How he speaks about it doesn't resonate for me. He talked about impressiveness. He says, while becoming an integral part of it. So it's mastery of man over environment while becoming an integral part of it. It's not really that, in my view. This was about Catholic priests coming to California trying to convert the indigenous Native Americans to an organized religion and taking them out, devaluing their belief system and bringing forward, imposing another. To me, this particular old Adobe mission picture is something that's abandoned and no longer used. So to me, that means, the flavor of that and what it evokes in me, and it'll evoke different things in different people. And that's exactly what these symbols should do. But for me, when I interpret that, especially when we're looking at this kind of human evolutionary journey that we're all taking right now, this is quite definitively about that way of being is old and antiquated and no longer working. So it's about moving to a different way. It's about moving to the North Node in Libra way, which is cooperation, and it's relational. It's based on relationships. It's not based on just the self. It's based on the self in relationship. And whenever you're in relationship, and life equals relationships. Life is all about relationships, not people to people only. Our relationships to our thinking, our relationships to our feelings, our relationships to events and circumstances, our relationships to our environment and context. Life is nothing but relationships. So the North Node in Libra is quite interesting with this particular Adobe mission. Those ways of coming in to an area and telling the peoples of the place, that has no value. This is what you value. That doesn't work anymore. It's very old paradigm, and it's something that's crumbling away, like an old Adobe mission. So take that symbol in a way that speaks to you. And Dane says, when positive, the degree is effective breadth of vision and a respect compelling depth of character. And when negative, lack of ambition and blind adherence to superficialities. So I'll leave that with you. You can take from it what you will. I have my own idea about what it means for the bigger picture of us, for us as both as individuals, but on the collective level of what is not working for the old paradigm and what is crying, screaming to come into play for the new paradigm of thought. So, okay, everybody, that was a lot. So let's talk about what else is going on the macro and the microcosmic levels for you. Hi, Libra. So let's take a look at the I Ching hexagram that came up for you to reflect the theme for your February 2015. You received 62 attention to detail, and the two trigrams that make up this hexagram are thunder above, mountain below. And I'm going to read a little bit here, a reminder that I'm using the language from the visionary I Ching. Ambitious undertakings are not in order now, but attention to small matters brings progress. Such is the case of a person whose resources are meager, but who, through modesty and perseverance, rises to accomplish great things. The key to success is to avoid pretentious ambitions and grandiose goals. The power of the small is served by slow and steady advancement, and succeeds through an honest awareness of its own limitations without reservation. Modesty stemming from recognizing your limitations is a fine quality, but it can be seen as weakness if it is not accompanied by conscientiousness and dignity. It is very important, therefore, to understand the demands of your situation and not to expect success in big things right now. The wise person recognizes the nature of the time. So know your own role, carefully attend to details, and act with humility, and you can achieve success even with few resources. All right, Libra, so let's look at what your spread has to bring us now. Hi, Libra. So let's take a look at a spread for you this month. It's a little bit different in that I'm using the Bral Talej deck. This was a deck of cards that was developed by a wonderful woman by the name of Shama Viola in the northern Italian community of Damanier. And I altered the question a little bit this month so that the center card will be the likely event or circumstance that might be emerging this month. And then the other cards are going to provide more specific guidance on how to deal with it. So what your higher self, what your soul advises, for example, on how to deal with the situation or event. Okay, so there's lots of cards in this one, which is juicy. So let's see. Okay, so there's going to be, Libra, something is going to be emerging for you this month that it will be challenging. There's going to be some defeat. Something fails that you thought would succeed. How to deal with it? It might have to do with a man. It might have to do with a man. So the defeat that's emerging this month, what Spirit is saying to you is focus on your goal, specifically about how you express what you want. How do you express really what you want that is in alignment with your needs, with your specific needs? So Spirit's saying, ask for what you want, okay? This is about empowerment. This is about empowerment. So expressing yourself authentically and asking what you want of others, of life too in general, but certainly of other people. On a foundational level, you're asked to trust that what's happening is an awakening process. So the difficulty that you're going to feel regarding this defeat, regarding this disappointment, is foundationally informing your awakening process. So know that you are divinely protected. You are divinely protected. We all are. This is serving a purpose, though. So know that this is an awakening process. So the defeat that you're feeling now, seeing now, experiencing now, and that's causing difficulty and challenge is serving you. So just know that. So that's the guidance. So you're being asked to really look at how you express yourself, to really ask for what you want. You're being asked to understand that this is part of your awakening process. It's necessary. And on an emotional level, beautiful. I mean, on an emotional level, it's Spirit saying to deal with this, return to your original state of independence. And it looks like this has to do with justice with a man. So it could be that there was some deception with a man, or, this person lied. But Spirit is saying, return to your emotional independent state so that you're not reliant on, or you're not codependent with this man. So return to the state of freedom. Return to your emotional core is what Spirit is saying in order to deal with this. Let me show you the freedom card as well. Return to your original state of emotional freedom, where you're not dependent or codependent on another person for your happiness. Now, on a mental level, wow, I mean, Spirit is saying, transform your thoughts, alchemically transform your thoughts. Focus on your desires. Use this difficulty, use this defeat as a time to really transform your thoughts. Okay?
to transform how you think, to transform your mental constructs, to transform your mind. This is about alchemic shifting of your mind, of your thoughts, that will only serve you. So this is about utilizing this cycle. So there might be some difficulty, some challenge coming up this month, but this is about utilizing the challenge, utilizing the difficulty. Nothing goes to waste in nature. Nothing is for no purpose in nature. Everything serves a purpose. It's just part of how life works. This is about utilizing this, getting back to utilizing this in order to get back to your original state, in order to get more empowered to ask what you want, to identify and ask what it is that you want, to really understand that this is about awakening, to transform your thoughts and your mind. Focus on what you desire. Yummy. I mean, how delicious. So focus on what you desire. Create what you desire. You are an alchemist. So let's see what else we have coming forward for you this month. Hi, Libra. So I'm whispering a little bit. I'm outside. I'm here at the Rodin Sculpture Garden, part of the Cantor Art Center at Stanford University. And I really wanted to be outside this month. So the gates of hell was such an appropriate symbol for these times of great transition and what could feel like an inferno. Rodin sculpted this. This is a bronze casting. This is a scene from Dante's Inferno. And these times are quite intense that we're moving through. It's still an intense chapter. The spring is going to bring great change. We're called right now to change. Right now. Right now. We're in the middle of great change. So a lot of us are feeling great pressure to make big moves on some things. Okay? So let's take a look at what came up for you. I was kind of intrigued. You got Prince for the archetype that wants to be kind of awoken and attended to and evolved this month. Now, the shadow attributes of Prince are using power for self-aggrandizement. The lighter attributes, the evolved manifestation of Prince, is romantic charm and potential for power. I wanted to read more, though, so I opened her book, and this is what Carolyn Miss writes. The true Prince is a ruler in training who serves the people he will someday lead, whether in a literal, figurative, or spiritual kingdom. Characteristics of generosity, fairness, compassion, and wisdom are well balanced. That's the light attribute of Prince, and that's really the key here. This is about taking the young entitled male, because the shadow aspect, she writes, Shadow Prince can manifest as a young man with great feelings of entitlement, who uses his position and power purely to advance his own interests without regard for the needs of others. Now, this is a big topic, young male entitlement. It's a really, really big topic, and one we're not going to go into on this video, but this is beautiful. So Prince, at first I pulled this card and I thought, oh, I was wishing that you had gotten, I don't know, a deeper or more profound archetype, but this is actually quite profound. This is about really, preparing for leadership, being in a place of preparing for leadership, becoming the leader in training, using wisdom, compassion, along with wisdom, wisdom, knowledge, compassion, bringing that all together into an embodied leader. Okay? Now, interestingly enough, you got father, husband, brother, son, Osiris as the ascended master for your guidance this month. Now, again, a big topic, but let me read what Doreen writes here. This situation involves a significant man in your life. Now, she writes this according to, if we were pulling the card according to a question. This is the ascended master that's coming forward for you to offer you guidance. So this is what she says. Your new relationships with men are affected by your old relationships with your father, ex-husband, boyfriend, brother, son, or other males. This is a perfect time for you to heal and release any old wounds connected to men in your life. God and the Ascended Masters will support you as you focus on letting go of old toxins such as anger, blame, or guilt. This clearing process opens the way for healthy relationships with men and with your own male energy. Now, the interesting thing is another sign just got the opposite card, which was mother, wife, sister, daughter. And to me, this is saying very, very definitively there is great healing going on regarding the opposites, regarding our attitudes in relationships with women, our attitude in relationships with men. We are called right now to forgive, to heal, not superficially, deeply, like really let stuff go. Let stuff go, like acknowledge it, honor it. It's not about denying it. It's about owning it and really going there with the healing. So this is a beautiful month. It's a powerful chapter, and it's a chapter in preparation for great change that is to come. So let's see what else we have for you this month. So Libra, let's take a look at the Dakini that is coming forward for you with the message of what archetype, what quality set is asking you to embody it so that you can ride this next month in a space of least effort and flow, and to really tap into more of your bliss state. It will serve you at some level or another, even if you're not in a place of bliss or joy with whatever is coming forward for within your life now and for you now. This Dakini will provide the guidance for you to tap into through this embodiment that will serve you and essentially provide you advancement and or peace. You received a beautiful Dakini, number 10, the Owl Dakini. And I'm going to read here again. This is from Penny Slinger's 64 Dakini Oracle. And the link to the full PDF, because I'm just going to go into a few points here. And then the link to the PDF, if you'd like to go in further, it's your choice, is below the video. So, Owl Dakini. She is a winged airborne being who abides in the dark places of the earth. Her wisdom is from the deep subconscious waters of the lunar landscape. Who is Owl Dakini? She is nocturnal, a creature of the night. She guards the mysteries. She carries messages between the worlds. She is associated with wisdom, intuition, and secret ways of knowing. In some cultures, she is seen as the harbinger of death. But really, it is just that she has an ability to move between the worlds of the living and the dead. She is guardian of the afterlife, She is guardian of the afterlife, keeper of spirits, and seer of souls. She is known as a witch's familiar. She has been both feared and revered, seen as taboo and consulted for her seeing. The owl is associated with the Greek goddess Athena, which means wisdom. But in our pantheon, she herself, the owl being, holds the wisdom as a winged Dakini. In American Indian culture, owl is known for its insight, foresight, intelligence, and as keeper of the secrets and prophecies. I'm going to read a couple other pieces here. Something you have been nurturing in secret, in darkness, for a long time. Is it time for it to hatch? That's one of the notes, or one of the messages of Owl Dakini. And again, I have a couple other things here that I want to read. Be open to messages from the other side. There are secrets waiting to reveal themselves to you in the darkness. Someone who has passed away may wish to communicate something to you, or you may wish to communicate something to someone in the spirit realm. You can do it. The power of your inner intention can manifest in the world of spirit and can have positive effects. The more it comes from the depths of your being, the more effective it can be. So I'll end it there, Libra. So let's move on now, and we will finish up your month.
So everyone, that is it for this month's Alchemy Scope. I want to remind you that if you haven't gotten your archetypal profile or symbolic profile, the information will be below. I also want to let you know that this month, January, between the Alchemy Scopes, the intention was to bring forward other videos because there's a big list of goodies that I want to be producing and making. And they are in the works, actually. So look for tools coming forward in February, starting in February, but it'll be ongoing. This is going to be throughout 2015 and beyond. But there will be foundational pieces of information coming forward that will help you. And I'm really excited because the pieces that I'm bringing forward are, they're going to be good. They're going to be good, and it's going to be easy to understand. These are not going to be long videos either. They're going to be kind of brief teachings to the point. 4 foundations of this, 4 foundations of this. So this is going to be delicious. So please, if you haven't subscribed yet, you want to subscribe. And please like and share. I have to tell you, I hate saying that on this whole YouTube thing. It's like and share. You guys know that already. So I'm going to actually try to avoid saying that because I don't know. There's something about it. It's so salesman-y. I can't get over it. I'm getting used to this whole world of, I don't know, marketing myself. It's a trip. It's really a trip. But it's an interesting process. And I will say, kind of a little tag note on that, I'm quite confident that there is a whole new way of marketing ourselves that has nothing to do with what these bloggers and these social media marketers are insisting that we do in order to get ourselves known. It's like, I only want to be known. In fact, I know that I'll only be known by those who want to know me. So I'm not attached to that. Do I want more views on the key videos that are to come? I do, because I think that they're going to be foundationally helpful. I think they're going to be foundational for this new paradigm of the new human. So that's that. That's my whole spiel. But I thought I'd make that point because I don't know, this whole social media thing is very interesting. Anyway, so until the next video or until next month's Alchemy Scope, I wish you a wonderful February and I'll see you soon.